So, I'm a CrossFitter. I do CrossFit 4 to 5 times a week. I love what Computers for Congo do. That's awesome. But, why would I do Swolemates?
First step to the games, bro.
Yeah. We are a CrossFit sanctioned event.
Yeah, this is our announcement.
Yeah. That's totally not true.
No,
by
it's
the way. Yeah, cool. Welcome to the CrossFit by Design podcast. I'm going to interview Tom because it went so well last time.
Awesome.
Yeah. How you going, Tom?
I'm very fine.
Yeah. Cool.
How are you?
Yeah, good. I'm excited to talk about Swolemates, actually. So
Okay.
You can tell by the monotone in my voice.
Yes. No, it's going to be good.
Yeah.
I really enjoy. Anything competition, but in particular Swolemates. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And Swolemates is definitely your bag. That's why you're going to be the one getting interviewed today. Because I feel you're probably more qualified these days to answer these questions than I would be.
Okay.
I love it, obviously, but you're the man. You're the Castro when it comes to Swolemates. So we'll start out by, if anybody doesn't know what it is, tell us what Swolemates is.
Yeah, so Swolemates is the competition that we run at CrossFit by Design. So you started 4 years ago, running the competition from the gym. So it's aimed at being a beginner level competition, CrossFit competition that we do. So it's good because there's not too many regional competitions in sort of just regional Victoria. So we wanted to provide that. And the main point of why I'm talking about it at the moment is you made the switch 2 years ago when I sort of came on board as a coach and I started really rolling with Computers for Congo. We wanted one of the main purposes of Swolemates, the competition, to support Computers for Congo. So what the competition does now is half of the proceeds, the profits, go to Computers for Congo. So there's this real element of we're trying to support back into what I'm doing, but in turn I'm kind of just the vessel in terms of I have my project that we're working on, and so the competition is a way to pour into from the CrossFit community into the charity Computers for Congo. So that's kind of the driving force behind Swolemates and one of the main reasons why we do it now. So.
Yeah, nice.
I did have a question for you.
Oh, lay it on me.
I wasn't here for the first Swolemates competition. I joined CrossFit by Design after you ran your first one. And I'm curious to know what was going through your mind when you thought, hey, let's do a competition.
Yeah, well, it was pretty much the lack of competitions in regional Victoria. And if you wanted to do a comp, 90% of the time you had to go to Melbourne.
Yeah.
And just wanted to do something fun that was not sort of super serious and local and that was kind of the motivation. Yeah, it really was nothing deeper than that. Like it turned into something awesome, having Computers for Congo on board, but just started out as that. Didn't want to go to Melbourne for a comp. Wanted to do a bit of a partner comp that was fun. Yeah. And it's just kind of grown from there. Yeah. And it's had its hiccups like the start of this year, sort of, that's why we're doing it. We'll release the date in a minute, but that's why we're doing it this time of year, but we'll still do it.
Yeah. And I think people who've been to the competition, they feel that it's light, it's fun. There's always going to be an element of seriousness to every competition, but it's not like we're playing for street stations here.
Exactly. Like if you want to take it seriously, that's fine, and that's great, man. But as long as first and foremost, as long as you're having fun, then you're in the right place. And I'm the interviewer here. Thank you very much. So I'll throw it back to you.
Yeah.
So, I'm a CrossFitter. I do CrossFit 4 to 5 times a week. I love what Computers for Congo do. That's awesome. But, why would I do Swolemates?
First step to the games, bro.
Yeah. We are a CrossFit sanctioned event.
Yeah, this is our announcement.
Yeah. That's totally not true.
No, it's a great question because there's an element of, I think when CrossFit gyms run competitions, there's an element of, look, we just need to fill the numbers, so promote it out as much as possible. Oh, come do the competition, you'll love it. but it doesn't really get through to people as to what the benefits of a competition is. I think whenever you're trying to whenever you're trying to promote anything, you need to explain the reasons as to why you would want to partake of that particular thing. And for a competition, it all ties back to something that we've talked about previously on this podcast, community. So as CrossFit as a methodology, as a training way of life, the way CrossFit works, it's based around the community. And when you have a community of people that are like-minded, working towards a similar goal of bettering themselves, becoming better every day, that makes that process easier. It's hard to do things alone. It's easier to do things when you're together. And the competing aspect of CrossFit is, it can be that serious aspect, which we joked about before, about going to the CrossFit Games, but more often than not, it's another link in the chain to the community aspect. And here's why: because CrossFit is all about learning how to move outside your comfort zone so that you can become better. Part of relentlessly pursuing progress and becoming better versions of ourselves requires us to be in uncomfortable situations. If you always do what you've always done, you're always going to get what you've always gotten. Unless you move into situations and environments where it's a little bit challenging, you're probably going to be doing things that you might not have done before. Unless you're doing those, then you're not going to improve and get better. And you shouldn't expect to improve and get better unless you push yourselves into those situations. And it's just, unfortunately, happens that when you do that, it's a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah.
That's just the nature of how it is. So competing puts you in a situation where it's uncomfortable, and you have to push through a bit of pain, push through a bit of discomfort. Might be situations that's scary or nervous, but I tell you what, when you come out the other side, the growth that you get from that, in terms of personal growth, not only just physical, of course, but also mentally, the amount of self-confidence you get from doing something like that. I mean, we've had this discussion before about the military and the army, how going through a year of service or boot camp, you come out on the other side, a different person, because you've gone through something really hard with a group of people, and you come out almost like a different person. Similar thing with a competition. It's not so much about, oh, I didn't do well in the comp, I came last, oh, I hope I win the competition. If you're thinking that, you've completely missed the point. Right? It's about putting in your best effort, doing something you might not have done before, challenging yourself, and coming out a different person, a better person than you were before. And so that's really the crux of why you would want to compete. And it's really, really fun.
Yeah. So do you think that we took that too far when we tried to do the competition at the start of this year, and we're like, because that's obviously what we had in mind. It doesn't matter where you place, it's like, have a go, you'll do better. Elephant in the room, Murph, like as soon as we announced that and we're a beginner intermediate competition, everybody lost their mind. Do you think maybe we were asking too much, or?
I think it's an interesting question, because it does depend on your perspective. I really think it does. So you and I, we have a certain perspective of where we come from. So we have certain opinions about, the way people should approach things and what is good and what is not. And obviously other people have different perspectives. And so I think there's a dichotomy here. On one side, there's what we truly believe to be what's best. And then there's also running a good competition and running an event and promoting an event. And so I think from a promotional point of view and, running an event, doing something that on the surface seems quite challenging and almost too challenging on sort of a knee-jerk reaction, that can sometimes, even for people who think, I'm up for a challenge, but maybe even those kind of people say, oh, that's a bit too much of a challenge. So maybe we went too far there. I still believe that, doing programming Murph in a competition is fine, even for being in a competition, because once again, it's just about effort. So it's just about, whether it's Fran or Murph, you just put your best effort in, and that's all you can control. And then, so what if you fail? So the problem is, and here's, so, this might be a bit offensive for people. it would be...
Trigger somebody.
So I think people have the mindset of, I don't want to fail. Right? If I do Murph, then that means I'm going to be so blown up and fatigued for the rest of the competition, I might not be able to win the competition. Right? So I think there's an aspect there where people might have missed the point of the competition, which is just, man, this is going to be a challenge and a half. Oh well, I'll just give it a crack and see where the chips fall. That's what I think the right attitude is. Now, once again, might be reasons why we're not correct, and that's fine. I'm happy to discuss that.
Yeah.
But I do think there is wisdom in knowing the way people view Murph because of what happened at the games and all those kind of things needs to be weighed into account. And maybe we were focusing too much on one particular thing and not enough of the whole picture. So that's what I reckon.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, are we doing Murph?
No.
Yeah.
No, we're not doing Murph.
People will be stoked.
We're not doing Murph. We are not doing Murph. No.
Right, well,
we're doing double Murph.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about the comp this year then. So we're not doing Murph.
Yeah.
We will... Do you want to discuss some of the events now, or we'll leave that?
I reckon we can discuss some of the events.
Yeah.
What do we... I mean, the date that we're going to be doing it. So we're scheduling at this point for the 15th of December.
Yep.
Which is the second Saturday of December.
Mm-hmm.
So...
yeah, that's awesome. And how many spots are there?
So there's going to be 4 divisions, and there's going to be 6 teams per division. So there'll be 6 spots per division. And so there's going to be an open division and then a beginner division. So,
awesome.
Yeah. If you don't think you're a beginner, go open. If you think you're going to go to the games, don't come to our comp.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. We're not really a sanctioned event.
No.
Yeah. That was totally a joke.
Yeah.
What else? Oh, we'll attach the rego to this podcast.
Yes.
So people can go there.
Yeah.
And we'll leave a bunch of information on there.
Yeah.
But for now, in the last 30 seconds or so, is there anything that you want everybody to know?
Well, what I'll probably do is we can release some of the events. There are some events that are carrying over from the last competition when we're going to run Swolemates earlier in the year.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a 1 rep max clean and jerk and 1 rep max snatch. So one person does clean and jerk, one person does snatch.
Yep.
And we're going to have an obstacle course this year. So
big patch of land there we can use.
Patch of land. So be prepared. Work on your open air skills.
Yeah. Won't be anything crazy. Won't be any cargo nets for you to fall off.
No.
So don't worry about that.
And then we'll release more information as we go. But if it's if you're looking to start a competition, if this is your first competition, the beginner category will be awesome for you. So
yeah, absolutely. And just to be sure, there's no Murph.
There's no Murph.
Yeah. So stress less. But yeah, suss out the link, get registered.
Yeah.
Support Computers for Congo. Come along. Enjoy an awesome comp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a few burritos.
We'll get Zambreros down there for sure. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. All right.
Awesome.
Thanks, Tom.
You're welcome.
I beat to it. Yeah, that was good.